Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you vital topics you need to know to excel in your Jamb mathematics. Number 1, number bases. Now this is the first topic in mathematics that you should really know, and here you are just to know how to convert from one number base to another, from base 2 to base 10 to from base 2 to base 8. You have to basically know the number systems from base 2, base 3, base 4, base 5, and how to convert from one to another. Is quite an easy topic. Number 2 is an aggregate of different topics, but they're all little topics that I can cover in an hour. And topic is approximation, estimation, and decimals. So here you are supposed to know how to approximate, how to estimate a value, and significant figures. You could meet a question which will tell you to round this up to such significant figures, and it's that kind of topic that is very simple, but sometimes students miss it. And here you are also supposed to know profit and loss, how to calculate profit and loss, simple and compound interest, and how to calculate value added services or value added tax. And we tend to categorize this stuff as financial mathematics or financial arithmetics in quotes. It's still part of approximation, estimation. You can cover this topic within an hour, so it's not even going to take so much of your time. The only subheadings which may take some of your time are those of the financial arithmetics. But this is a very easy topic. Number 3, indices, logarithm, and surds. You are supposed to know this topic like the palm of your hands. Here you're supposed to know laws of indices, laws of logarithm, standard form, that's how to put a value in standard form, and also how to change the base in logarithmic equations. Number 4 is algebraic process. Here you are supposed to know how to factorize polynomials of degrees no more than 3. You meet some people, they already know how to factorize polynomial equations of up to 5 degrees, but they don't even know how to solve questions on circle geometry, and that is very wrong, because what the syllabus borders on is of polynomials only up to degree 3, only up to 3rd degree. That is, your x or y value only take the 3rd power. So you could be a student and maybe you have a friend who already knows how to calculate to the 5th degree, and you're like, I didn't know to the 3rd degree, and you're preparing for Jamb. My dear, don't feel pressured. Don't feel any form of pressure at all. Here, you're also supposed to know how to solve simultaneous and quadratic equations too. And finally, is a very easy one, inequalities. So basically you're supposed to know how to solve for linear inequalities, quadratic equalities, and also inequality graph. This last part is the part that most students they miss out. Okay, they could be like, I know how to solve for linear and quadratic inequalities, so why do I need to still learn how to solve using an inequality graph? The truth is that this last part is also a vital part of this topic, progression, which is the arithmetic and geometric progression. This is one of my best chapters in mathematics, and so you're supposed to know how to solve questions on this, how to solve questions on arithmetic progression, how to calculate the nth term of a series, and how to sum it up, or whatever value in a given sequence that's missing. Next is matrix and determinant. This is a topic that some students don't really like, because they don't really understand it, or it's not be explained well to them, but it's still a vital topic in your Jamb mathematics. Between the years 1998 to 2015, there was no year where they did not repeat at least one question from this topic within those 2 years, or within 1998 and 2015. So you want to make sure you know it, and you know it well. Also, in calculating the determinant of a matrix, it should not exceed the 3rd degree. Jamb doesn't set beyond that. It's in our syllabus, they don't set beyond that. So this is what you want to know, how to calculate determinants of matrix up to the 3rd degree. Then you move on to the next topic, Euclidean geometry. I know that may sound strange, the name Euclidean geometry. It may not be what you're used to, but this topic is one that you're already used to, that you've been doing it since that you're in junior secondary school or you're in primary school. And here you're supposed to know the properties of angles, lines, and polygons. Fun question: is a triangle a polygon? Well, I'll leave the answer to you. It's a very simple question. Nevertheless, you're supposed to know the properties of triangles, quadrilaterals, general polygons, and also construction. You could be like, Jamb is not a theory exam, so why do I need to know construction? Well, you need to know construction procedures of angles. How are these angles formed? It's still part of your objective exam. Going on to the next is mensuration. Now I'm going to divide mensuration into two: plane mensuration and solid mensuration. And under the plane mensuration, you're supposed to know the length of arcs, chords, and perimeter and area of segments and circles. And under the solid mensuration, you're supposed to know how to calculate surface area and volume of simple and composite figures. Now the next is trigonometry. Here you're supposed to know the application of special angles. Angle 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105 and 135 degrees. You're also supposed to know how to calculate bearing and sine and cosine graphs. Now I know a lot of students not really understand or like sine and cosine graphs, but the truth is part of your exam. It's still part of this topic. So when you are reading this topic, you want to also pay attention to this. Then statistics, and you're supposed to know your measures of location, which are your mean, your median, your mode. Measures of dispersion, which are your standard deviation, your range, your mean deviation, your variance. And representation of data, your histogram, your pie chart, your bar chart, and frequency distribution. Next is probability. Here you're supposed to know experimental probability, which is tossing of a coin, throwing of a dice, addition and multiplication of probabilities. And lastly, you're supposed to understand calculus, which borders on your differentiation and your integration. I know a lot of students may not like calculus, but it's still one of your vital topics in Jamb mathematics, where you have to either differentiate or integrate a given set of values. I've come to the end, and if you have found any valuable content in this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.